Hi guys, it's John and welcome to another great episode here of Christian Guy Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting to a new-ish Christian group here called LIN D, and they're from Sweden here. So now we're being able to react with international groups here, which is super duper cool. Excited to be able to do that. I came across this group here on social media and I've listened to some different clips of their songs already, but I've not been able to listen to one of their full songs yet. So excited to be able to do that with you all here today. Please let us know what you think down in the comment section below. And if there's another group or another band, another singer that you'd like me to react to, please feel free to type it in the comment section below. And we'd love to do that here in the future as well. Let's go ahead and let's react together to LIN D.
Lately it feels like I'm treading water. I can't seem to ever get ahead. Lately it feels like I'm going under. I can't help but feeling overwhelmed. But even when the wind blows on every side, I know there's a sun behind the darkest skies. I can feel your hand already holding mine.
I like so far here what I'm hearing. It has a very touch of what they've gone through with their own personal testimonies from what it sounds like. They're talking about just feeling the presence of God and feeling God's closeness to them so far, which I think is very critical, especially with really whatever medium you're expressing Jesus through. To make that the focal point is pretty massive. So awesome part that they're mentioning that so far. Excited to see what's going to be coming up next.
It's just a matter of time. Be still my heart, be still my soul. I need to take some time to catch my breath. I give up, I'm letting go. You take control to let me breathe again. Breathe again. You let me breathe again.
I like to as well, what they're doing is really kind of changing the instrumentals here too as well to really emphasize the be still and those lyrics there early. They shift to make that shift there with the instrumentals in the background there too as well. So nice little touch there from LIN D there with the song.
Breathe again. You let me breathe again. I don't know what I would do without you. Anytime I take control, I fail. Jesus, I know that you're always faithful.
I like here too, they talk about whenever I try to take control, I fail. I think that's such a big, really key and just a great reminder for us, regardless of whatever. There's so many times too, I feel like we're very tempted to take control of things in our lives, but we know as Christians we're called to be dependent on God, and that's easier said than being done as well. It's very easy to lean in there and just kind of be like, I've got this, I want to, and the world tells us to try to be self-reliant, self-dependent. But really, that's just one of the biggest, flattest lies that we can buy into, that the enemy loves for us to buy into. Because when we go into the lie that, okay, I've got this, I can do this, it shifts our eyes away from God and God's faithfulness and God's goodness when we do that. So I think the best thing, too, is I think they're about to get into this as well, is talks about, Jesus, I know that you're always faithful. Going back into what is God? Who do we know that God is? We know that God is faithful. We know that God is a provider. We know our God is a healer, to where we are none of those things by ourselves. So we cannot do any of those things. So that's why it's so important there to be God dependent in each and every moment. And when we have those moments because those moments will happen to when we go away from God, or we buy into those lies, or bite into that apple, like as we saw with Eve in Genesis do, is to be repentful and say, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I bought into that mentality that I could do it by myself. So I love that they're touching on this in this song. I think that's a cool theme and cool tone that they've set here. So let's continue to listen here.
I've never walked alone and never will. But even when the wind blows on every side, I know there's a sun behind the darkest skies. I can feel your hand already holding mine. It's just a matter of time. Still my heart,
think too, it talks about breathing again too. It's living in the freedom that God gives us, to where we don't have to live with the guilt of sin in our lives. So we can give that to Jesus. Jesus did that when he died on the cross for us, giving that. I think also breathing again is breathing into our Christ identity and what and who God calls us to be and how to act. So I love that that's very much a tone that I'm getting from the song when they're saying, "You let me breathe again. You let me live in freedom with you again. You let me live in my identity, my Christ bred, my Christ led identity again." So beautiful, beautiful there. Love what I'm hearing so far and from the song overall.
Be still my heart, be still my soul. I need to take some time to catch my breath. I give up, I'm letting go. You take control to let me breathe again. You let me breathe again. You let me breathe again.
Man, oh man, what an amazing song there by LIN D. Breathe Again. I loved the vocals on the song, loved the message behind the song, and I think it's amazing too that we get to see different expressions of the gospel being projected through different music types. It's not just limited to just worship. It could be through pop, it could be through rock, it could be through spoken word. There's so many different ways that we can express our gratefulness and our worship to our amazing God, our mighty God, our faithful God. And I love that Lindy is is an expression of that through the pop genre as well. So excited to see some great stuff coming from them in the future. If you want to follow them, you can on social media or check some of their other amazing music out as well. And thank you again so much for reacting to Lindy here with me today. I hope you all have a blessed day and excited for some more amazing videos here coming up here very, very soon here with Christian Guy Reacts. And we'll see you guys here next time.